What's up, everybody? I'm Sam Douglas, aka Shots by Sam Dougie, and welcome to episode 1 of 3B Thursdays. Each week, I'm going to try to give you guys tips and tricks, things I wish I knew sooner in my filming career, just to make video transitions smoother, hacks for your camera settings, literally anything in between. Let's jump into tip number 1. Tip number 1 is your action window. You need to keep the shot motivated, you need to keep an object moving, or you need to keep the camera moving. Whether you're panning across and the object is still, that's your action window. Try not to have your shot kind of just standing there and then moving, because then it looks like delayed action. And then when you're editing it, you can always crop it, you can always cut the beginning or the end, whatever, whenever there's no movement going on. Leading into tip number 2, don't be too close. But I've learned the hard way that you need to give yourself space. You can always crop and post edit. When you're filming, if it's an action shot and something's being thrown up, or if you're like moving a bowl, something into the shot, but at the end of it, like you don't get it coming in kind of, you always want to make sure that your shot isn't too tight so that way you get all of the action and then you can deal with it in post edit. Not being too close to your object allows for two important things. One is to have more to work with when you're editing, and 2, it makes sure everything's in focus. So you always want to make sure that you're far enough back from the object or the action that you won't go out of focus. You can stay in manual focus or you can stay in autofocus. Depending on what I'm filming, I kind of go back and forth, but that will be another episode, another tip, so stay tuned for why manual focus is better than autofocus most of the time. And that leads us into tip number 3, patience. I don't have patience, but when it comes to filming and it comes to editing, you need patience. If you have to walk away, you have to walk away. If you're using somebody as your hands, just give them a heads up. It's not going to be one shot and done. My biggest downfall when I first started filming everything was not watching my footage back. In the moment of you filming, you need to take the 2 seconds to go into your library, check out your footage, make sure you got the shot, make sure it's in focus, make sure you have it smooth, make sure everything you wanted in that shot was captured. Because once you're done and you wrap everything up, you're done. And it's not usually easy to go back and recreate that scene. So, something I had to learn was take the 5 seconds, take the minute to go back into the footage, double check it. 9 times out of 10, you're going to need to retake the shot a few more times. But you need to have the patience. And that's something you will definitely learn in this industry. Alright, so that wraps up my first ever 3B Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. Come back next Thursday for some more tips and tricks. And I look forward to teaching everybody what I taught myself and things I wish I knew sooner.